Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. What's the date? The 2nd, February 2nd. I don't know the groundhog saying, but it definitely looks like winter. I don't know how that all goes, but it's snowing here, so all right, I am going to pull you up on my computer so that I can see all comments better while you're getting on. Let me know that you're here, please. And I see Debbie's here and Jamie's here. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Thanks. Yeah, that's funny. 222. Right. I forgot the joke about that. Oh, it's definitely a Tuesday. Is that right? Is that the joke? Sorry, still scrolling. Why is this going so far? Just a sec. Oh, that's part of the reason. I had my computer screen way bigger, so it was taking long to get down there. Okay. Yay, I see Jamie and Sherry and Robin and Marlene. Good morning, everybody. I'm getting a quick drink too. So, I don't remember where I shared it or when. I can't keep track of things. But I'm here today. Our plans well, we're supposed to start our remodel today, and we're supposed to have all the cupboards torn out, and I'm guessing he still would have come even though the weather's like this, but last week after my live, pretty much right after I got off, like within a half hour or so, I was still like editing everything and whatever. The contractor called and he'd been in an accident that morning. So we're praying for his healing. He had 3 broken ribs, a broken sternum, and he's not the youngest person. I mean, I'm not calling him old, but he's closer to retirement than not. And so it just takes time to heal. So he said he was going to touch base middle of this week. So he'll probably call today again right after my live. But I don't know. He needs to heal and he needs to find a new truck. So anyway, so we're still in limbo. Fortunately, we hadn't pulled everything out and, you know, all appliances out of the kitchen and all that kind of stuff, because that's what we'll need to do because the kitchen's getting gutted. But anyway, didn't start today, so we will see. Okay, so while I have several of you on here, that makes me happy. So I'm going to go right to my randomizer for any of you who might be new to me or yeah, or forgot or don't know this. I do the projects that I make today, I give away. So hi Carrie. So the way that you get entered into a drawing, yay. I enter everybody in my randomizer for the drawing the following week for the stuff that I make. And so the way you get entered is if you share this video on your newsfeed or whatever, and then come back and comment on this video, on this post, and tell me that you shared it, because I can't tell everybody that shared it. Facebook rules, privacy, all that kind of stuff. So you got to let me know, otherwise you don't get entered. So anyway, so I'm going to run the randomizer for last week. I have 2 cards to give away from the All Together product collection. I made 2 different cards. So I'm going to start the randomizer right now. So it's going And Deanna, woo, you're my first winner. Okay, so Deanna Edwards is my first winner. And I'm going to pick another name and run it again. Linda Stearns, yay! Okay, so I'm going to see you both fairly soon. Morning, Deanna, did you hear you just won? So, oh, I'm going to have to mail it to you though, Linda. I'm going to see you on Saturday, but I really wanted that, the cards that I made last week for display for Saturday. So you can't have them right away. And I didn't want to make another one. Usually I have one made, like before I actually make it on my live, but I didn't do it since it was so similar to my other card that I had made. Anyway, so congratulations, ladies, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate it, and I'm going to get started now. So first of all, just a reminder, I'm not showing you celebration items today, but celebration is going on. So with every $50 that you spend, that you buy, $50 in orders, it's not after shipping and tax, it's before, you get a free item from the celebration brochure. And there are some items that are only available with a $100 order. So anyway, that's an awesome deal going on right now. And I decided I'm making two fairly simple cards today, because I can't get my mind off this suite. And I shared some of them, well, we made them at my hostess appreciation party, and I shared them on my blog. Speaking of which, good snowy day to you. Due to weather, I am staying home and can watch you live. Yay! That makes me happy. Ooh, so I'm going to have more people today. I love that. So I shared with you on my blog, and also I shared the actual pictures on Facebook, but heads up, if you're not clicking my link to go to my blog to see everything, you're not getting all the content. You're not seeing, sometimes I have measurements. Well, every time from today's live, I include measurements, or from my lives, I include measurements. I usually include all the products that if I make the card anyway. If I'm just doing a somebody swap, I don't always do it, because sometimes it's hard to recognize every single thing that somebody used on their card. But I show you the products that I used. And also last week, I had 3 giveaways. I don't always remember to do those, but I was celebrating my 20 years, and I did giveaways last week. So, and you had to comment on my blog. So make sure that if you don't click my link that I always include to go to my blog, make sure that you do that. Otherwise, you're missing out on things here and there. So I'm showing you on the horizon. So this is a really cool set, partly because of the dies that go with it and the gorgeous designer paper that is part of the suite as well. So it doesn't look like much, right? I mean, there's birds, there's grass, I feel like this is sort of like a wood plank of some kind. And then there's some trees and some nice sayings. I love this thinking of you. I'm always looking for a good thinking of you. I love words anyway. But, okay, so here are the dies. So we have mountains. This is that, whoops, I get backwards on the camera. This is that plank thing that you can cut out. Here's some trees. Here's some houses. And then fences. And these are like, I'll say skylines or horizon lines or whatever. So this is on the horizon. And then we have some gorgeous designer paper. So I got my swatch books now. So I have samples of all the cards. So I haven't had it for an event, I don't think, until I got them after all my events. So those of you who will be here, I kind of want to go like flip them so that you can see how they are. I'll have them on Saturday. There's backgrounds that are cool. There's Horizons. So anyway, all of my designer paper you can see on Saturday, because I don't always have everything, but when I get the swatch books, then I get everything. And I choose to buy those from another demonstrator because it's so much more convenient, and I don't necessarily always want to buy every single designer paper. These colors are hard to see with the light right now, but they are amazing, and I will show you. They're all very similar. Well, some of them look more like grasses or beaches, and some of them, like, I love that one. Oh, and then there's this background. That's cool. And some of them look more like mountains and water and stuff like that. Anyway, so I've been thinking about the ones that we did at Hostess Appreciation were more like grasses and beaches. I kept it to that. But I'm going to do 2 today. I love those colors in this one. It's so cool. Okay. We're going to do it today. A little bit of both. So, I just want to show you this. So, I'm going to put you down. Remember, you can keep asking questions while I'm stamping because I have my computer up so I can see, your questions come up. So, I'm going to do my magic. I have my magic wand here, and I have to backwards you, upside down you, and then I can bring you down, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. Okay, so get this out of here. Okay, so this is the first one that I'm going to work with. I'm using most of this. Well, it kind of feels like most of this. It's like almost 4 inches wide. This designer paper is 6 by 6. And I really don't have to do a lot to this. Well, no, this one I'm doing a little bit more. Sorry, I sort of forgot things. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do here is I have this trees stamp, and I'm just going to make some trees in the background. I sort of want to keep the lines of them sort of all at the same place. Then I'm going to put some birds in the sky. This is a lot like the ones that we did at Hostess Appreciation. I'm just so in love with this designer paper. Okay, birds in the sky in basic gray. I thought about trying it in white craft pad, Whisper White, but I wasn't sure how well they would show up, and I really wanted them to show up, and this worked for me. Okay, then I need Thinking of You for this one. Thinking of You right there. Okay. Doesn't that look like I just stamped my little heart out on this thing? I just love it. Okay. Now, my card's almost done. But what I want to do is a couple things. First of all, I have the fences. I love these fences. So we're going to make this look like, oh, I have to find the top, there's pointy tips on the top of the fence. In case you can't figure out which one's which, there's points at the top. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to make this look like it's a fence sort of like open to a meadow or something like that. So I ran this through the die cutting machine already, and I did it. I put, adhesive sheets on the back before I ran it through, so I can just peel off the back and put it on here. I don't want this whole thing on here. I'm just, let's see, I'll just have one of them hanging off here. So I'm pressing it onto the designer paper, but I'm not wanting to press it onto my scrap that's underneath me. Okay. So I have this here. So they don't totally have to be next to each other because they're sort of rounded to look like it's kind of coming together sort of thing. So, all right, so I have them pressed on here. Now I'm going to flip it over and just trim off the excess fence here that I don't need. Oops, my screen just went away on the computer. Oh, it's good. Okay. All right, so there's my scene so far. Isn't that just awesome? I love this so much. Okay, then, oh, I know, I love this set, Diane. Okay, this just the feel of these picket fences make me think of the Adirondack chair. Do you remember that from, it's a bundle that retired? Something about it just reminds me of that. Okay, so I'm using my silicone mat here to do my, oh, I forgot to cover my ink pad. To do my adhesive. It makes it so that this works much better. What if I go off? Adhesive won't stick to this. I mean, it actually kind of can, but it like balls up really easily, and so it stays on the end of here of the seal. All right, so I'm gonna put this on. Usually I use really little frames, matte frames, but this one I wanted bigger because I had lots of blue behind it. So I put this on white, and I'm gonna put this white on Misty Moonlight. Okay, now I don't think that I have anything to stamp inside, but it's a dark inside, so I'm gonna put this in here. My friend Cheryl, she would be sad with me. She doesn't like naked insides. Looks good. Oh, I don't know what OM is. Okay, so here's my card, and I have one last thing that I want to do. So if you saw these in the catalog and didn't know what they were, you're probably like many people, but we saw them at On Stage being used, and they make me happy. So these are called Pebbles Enamel Shapes. There's 2 different shades of gray. Are they actual colors? I'm not sure they're actual colors, but I'll just say it's probably like smoky slate and basic gray, or it could be, one of these could be gray granite, I don't know. And then this is probably cinnamon cider, something like that. But anyway, 2 shades of gray and then a brown. They're called Pebbles, and they look like rocks. And I should be using my, oh, I don't want it in front of the thing. I should be using my take your pick tool, but I'm not. So I'm just putting some rocks by the fence. I'm going to do 5 because I'm using both of them. So there's a few different shapes too, and so I'm just kind of doing random here and there. All right, and there is my there's my card. Hi, Angela. I forgot. Do you go by Angie or Angela? I know I always see Angela on the computer. And I'm looking forward to meeting you, too. She's bought a few things for you from me. Usually like retired punches or something like that. But I'm so looking forward to meeting you on Saturday. And I'm so excited for our retreat. I love our retreats. Okay, so my first card is done. And now I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so this, I don't know if you noticed or not, but this was the other side of the one I just did. I saw both of these and I'm like, I want to use that. And then I realized they're on the same side. So I had to use 2 sheets, but I love it so much. Okay, so this card is honestly even simpler than the first one that I did. So this one has, like, it could be houses. I'm going with that they're mountains. And so I'll show you on this so you can see it better. So I used this die. It cuts out the center of this so it looks like snow. I used this die that I'm going to put on here. So I'm gonna, again, I used the adhesive sheet on the back. You do that before you run it through with the die because then it cuts it out exactly the shape of the die. So I'm just putting this right on the mountain. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of lined it up a little bit. And I'm doing the same thing, and I'm just trimming off. I don't need mountains going off my picture. So I have that. And then I'm going to do 2 things. Well, I'll do it after I do my words. So I'm doing my words in Night of Navy. I don't think this color is actually even in this designer paper. I saw Misty Moonlight and I saw Blackberry Bliss. But I wanted it to be nice and dark and I wanted it to be blue. So I'm using Night of Navy. And this card could be done, but I'm doing a couple things. First of all, I'm going to use Wink of Stella. If you haven't ever used this before, when you first get it, oh, I should have saved it for you. I just opened one last night. Okay, when you first get it, it's a little bit open and has a black ring in it when you first open the package. At that time, you have to unscrew it, pull off that ring, and then screw it back in. From then on, you only pull it off. You don't unscrew anymore. Okay? Now, this one is, and you have to get it started. You have to sort of pump it and whatever to get it started. But then usually, it just sort of works its way out as you need it until it gets to the end. But you have to get it started on a brand new one. So I'm going to use Wink of Stella on the snow tops. And the bottom, I guess, here. It's really subtle, especially because this one's kind of running out. But I like it being subtle. And then I'm just kind of going to color. So this is either all snow, or if you want to call it water, that's fine too. But it's just all like one surface sort of thing up next to these mountains. Oh, it's probably water, because look, because you have this reflection here. I'm not sure if it would reflect in just the snow. I don't know. Can you tell? Have you guys? Judy Cole would know. She lives in Alaska and is always posting pictures of. Oh, I shouldn't have done that first. No, I have to do it while it's wet. She's always posting pictures of mountains in Alaska, and she has a mountain in her backyard. Like when she looks out her back window, it's a mountain. It's gorgeous. For those of you who don't know Judy, she's on my team. She was a customer. Now she's her own demonstrator. Okay. So this is Blackberry Bliss. And this time I used, I'm going to do on here because, again, I wasn't thinking, and I put on what I would call a finishing touch before I put it down. So I don't want to get the Wink of Stella all on my scrap. So I wanted just a tiny little border here on this one. Okay, and then, I'm sorry, I'm going to show you something that you can't get right now. I think they're non-orderable until next week sometime. These are Iridescent Rhinestones. I've shown them before, but, you know, I always feel bad when I show them when they're, I just want the little ones, I decided. Oh, they're amazing because, I mean, I guess that's probably the definition of iridescent, maybe. I'm not truly sure what that definition is, but they take on the color of whatever project you put them on. So like right now they're looking purpley and blue, but when I hold them up they look kind of orangey, pinky. So that makes them cool. Okay, I'm gonna put one more down here by this. I'll go this way. And here's my card. I'm not sure you can see the iridescent rhinestones. Hopefully you'll see them when I pull up. Okay, so I'm done stamping. I was quick today. I had quick projects. They were on my mind. And so I'm going to pull you up. So I have to do my magic again. I'm going to upside down you, put you backwards again, and lift you up. Okay. So I'll show you the last one. Let's see if we can get the, oh, there we go. Now we can see the rhinestones just a little bit. Isn't that amazing? Like, how simple is that? I know, I love this designer paper so much. It makes me happy. So here's a couple right here. Here's one right here. I just have to tilt it the right angle to show you. Okay, so there's one. I really love how, honestly, I love how this looks in the camera almost more than in person. The mountains look more real, just seeing it in a picture. I don't know. So there's one, and here is two. Can you see my, now this one is kind of better in person because you can see the enamel shapes better, or the pebbles. That's what they're called. The pebbles better. I love it. Okay. So, we are done. I was fast today. Had quick projects, not quite so gabby, I guess. Let's see. So, reminders. Celebrations going on for this month. This is the last month of it. We're only doing 2 months now. Thank you. The was it last year? Yeah, last year we did 2 months at the beginning of the year and 2 months in summer, and that's what we're doing again this year. So just January, February, with every $50 that you order, you get a free item. Thank you for sharing. Oh, and so hostesses also get, there's a free stamp set in the very back of the celebration brochure that you get if you're a hostess of a workshop or a book party or club or whatever, and you have $300 in sales, you get that automatically. Thankfully, the order entry system always reminds me, hey, you have one more thing to put in here. I don't know why it doesn't just come up automatically, but it doesn't. But it does remind us to put it in. Another way that you can earn that is by just placing a $300 order all by yourself. It's called Calming Camellia. Do I have one? I do have one here. Just a sec. Isn't this really pretty? So this stamp set you get free in addition to all your host benefits. with a $300 party or online order, or you can call me with your $300 order too, that's fine. But it's not for like club members if you spent $300 as part of your club, unless you're a host, then it counts. And then also, if you want to do what I do, or want the benefits of what I do, and be a demonstrator, you actually get to choose 2 extra stamp sets to add to your kit. Those are free. And you don't have to do classes, you don't have to do lives. You certainly may, but you get to be part of my team, and we like having people join our team. Anyway, so if you have any questions, let me know. There's one class that I have 2 classes. One class is scheduled for the end of the month, my All Occasions card class. It is, we make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs, and $15 are free with a qualifying order of $25 or more. I have a couple clubs scheduled, and I have, and my clubs are, the members get together every other month. They are required to place at least a $25 order, and then they get a chance to be a hostess one of the times that we meet. And so if you've not ever been to a club of mine before, or a class of mine before, you're welcome to come to a club free for the first time. You don't have to do the qualifying order like everybody else does. You can join us for free, but you need to let me know. You need to RSVP to let me know that you're coming. And I have one more class. I was planning on more classes, but didn't get to it. I have one more class that is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. It's a Mommy and Me class. We have 1 spot left for you and your granddaughter, or grandson, or son, or niece, or nephew. We have 1 spot left, so you can check out my events calendar. If you go to my website, click events, and it'll go right to everything that's there. Easy for me to say. That's all that I can think of right now. So thank you for joining me today. Oh, I know. Okay, so besides making sure, click on the link to go to my blog when you see stuff, because there's extra stuff there, products or whatever. One of those being what just dropped yesterday was the Altogether collection. My favorite part of it is the blends. Do I have them right here? Oh yeah, I dropped them over here. It is the Natural Tones blends. So it's intended for, not this one, this is a color lifter. It is intended for being able to find just the right skin tone that you want. I love it. I love that we have this now. But there's also a stamp set, dies, or bundle, and then designer paper too. So anyway, that is available as of yesterday. So, and through, the whole collection is available through May, I believe, but the blends will be in the next full catalog as well. So, okay, now that's all that I have for you. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and warm. And I will, I think, see you again next week. It's going to be play it by ear. If I know that I'm not going to be there, then I'll let you know. Otherwise, you can plan on me till I tell you. Have a great week. I will see you again next week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a great day.